Since the beginning of time, there has been a man dedicated to monitoring the map of Disneyland. As people would come up with crazy ideas, what attractions could fit in what lands, he would be the one to tell them, it won't fit. Impossible is your idea. He would go on to be known as the Map Keeper. Hello, friends. It is me, the Map Keeper, the one who protects the map of Disneyland. Pay no attention to that hand. It is me, the Map Keeper, the one who constantly looks over the map of Disneyland to determine, will it fit? Whoops. Does it fit into the map, or shall it go away? Today I was reading the old scrolls from the Orange County Register, in which they predicted, what if Disney World's 50th anniversary offerings were to come to Disneyland? Where would they go? And as the Map Keeper, I said, will they fit? Could they come to our park? For you, I say, this is the tale of the Map Keeper and how he protects the property known as Disneyland from bad ideas that simply will not fit. Yes, the OC Register, which uses my photograph all the time. Shall we summon the map and begin? Yes, we shall. Because there's 26 people here, which is the magic number that the Map Keeper needed. Let's summon the map. It's this hand, you idiot. Friends, summon the map with me. Yes, summon the map. Summon the map. There it is. Summon the map. No, summon the map only once. Daphne Lee, thank you. What are you spending your money on? Didn't know I had that turned on. Yes. The Map Keeper enjoys your tokens. Let's summon the map. We'll need to zoom in. The Map Keeper goes deeper and deeper and deeper in until he can see the land that he protects. Thank you, Chris Murray. $26. I can feel it. Thank you, Drop Dead. Hold on, the map music's getting too loud. Let's go into the map. One of the very first things that the OC Register said in their scroll, in the ancient scrolls of the Orange County Register, which goes back to when this land was simply just oranges, orange seeds to be more exact. One of the things that they predicted, I have a spinning wheel. It seems there's been too much power exerted to the map. One of the things that they predicted was, where could Ratatouille go? Now, Ratatouille is the one attraction, or one of the few things that they were actually able to get open for the 50th. Because I don't know if you know this, but the Timekeeper gave you guys a pandemic last year. Now, the Mapkeeper was opposed to this, but I get outvoted sometimes in space. So for those of you that don't know, this is what the Ratatouille this is what the facade for Ratatouille looks like. OC Register said to fit it in with Pixar that it could possibly live in Pixar Pier, around the area where the shops are. Let's zoom in to my mind, which is the Mapkeeper. It seems the Mapkeeper is asking his computer to do too much. Wait for the pause. I have the map stone. That's what I have. Okay. Once again, the spinning wheel of progress comes through. Mapkeeper greater than the Timekeeper. I appreciate that, Amanda. But their idea was seriously to put that inside of this area of DCA. Now, there is the area where we've been meeting Sid at Oogie Boogie, the promenade space that exists inside of there. But I don't know. I think that maybe putting French architecture, which I don't know if you've ever been to Paris, but it's absolutely stunning and it will blow your mind how beautiful it is. It instantly makes America all seem like a shopping center. The Mapkeeper doesn't know if this fits. I don't know if this fits. So I'm going to need to know, do you think that it fits? Ratatouille. How in the hell do you spell that? The suspense is killing you, I know. Oh, see, Lauren? That's why we do this. I'm going to assume that's the right pier. Why'd there have to be two? The Mapkeeper has asked you for your participation. Ratatouille in Pixar Pier. Now, my friend Lauren, who is the Mapkeeper's assistant, says it would fit over on San Francisco Street. That I like. Jesse Adventure says makes more sense to put it in Hollywood land. Oh, but I want to save that. The Mapkeeper wants to save that for more Avengers Campus. Drop Dead says hard pass. It would look bizarre. Like the Star Wars Bazaar? Let's see here. Jesse Adventure says put it in Hollywood land. I could see it making sense in Hollywood land, but then we're spreading out our properties all around the property. Definitely says it doesn't fit, or I would love it. Now see, that's the thing. This is where this gets dangerous. This is why the Mapkeeper has a job. Because there's things that we obviously want. But as you guard the map, you have to think about the long-term effects. Does it fit in the long term? Put it in Knott's Berry Farm. Stephen Brown says, actually, I was thinking it would fit in New Orleans. Interesting. Putting Pixar back into Disneyland. Very interesting. Bree says if you're going to put it anywhere, right in San Francisco Street would be the best. Yes, but let's look at that. The Mapkeeper will push back on your idea. Summon me San Francisco Street. Over the mountains the map keeper goes. Problem is, here is your San Francisco Street. Wrong hand. When am I going to learn this? Here is your San Francisco Street. It's not that big. That's the problem. You would need a lot of space, and what we have there is just enough for some office buildings. So to do it on San Francisco Street, the map keeper would suggest that you would have to consider getting rid of a decent amount of other items, such as the forest, the path that goes around Grizzly Peak, Terra Nisan Terrace. Or do you put it on the other side of the street and trade out that over Little Mermaid? It seems like you guys are saying no. It seems like you're saying no. And the map keeper suggests that you are correct. Ratatouille does not fit in Pixar Pier. Between the It's a Lemon Stand and the Incredicoaster Critter Carousel, you're going to fit that, Isaac? You're going to fit that. I mean, there is backstage room, okay? See, this is where it gets difficult being the map keeper. Because there is backstage room behind the Incredicoaster to do something pretty interesting. And if we needed to build it up on a second floor and have this utility road drive underneath, it's not impossible to do. But stylistically, does it fit? I know we would like to have it, but do French buildings fit inside of Pixar Pier? Thank you, Drop Dead. The building is really, really huge. The map keeper says no. The next item that the ancient scrolls of the OC Register considered was harmonious, nighttime, spectacular. Liani, even if you took over the wine terrace, we are talking a massive show building. And then this is what you got to keep in mind for, and I like this exercise. I'm not telling you that you're dumb, because I like this exercise. I like that you guys are throwing curveballs. If the map keeper says, if you were to put it in that area right there where we see these, oh, it worked, these brown buildings, it would be so tall, then the park would end up looking like a Six Flags or a Universal, where there's just literally big barn style buildings within your view. They would have to do a lot of facade work. And then you would have Pacific Wharf facing off to French style architecture, Parisian. But do we really need it here? Yes, Christopher Quinn, that is the question to answer. Do we guard this? Do we guard this sacred land for something that is a better fit? That is my vote. That is my vote. Christopher Quinn says we are not Epcot, and that is true. We can't have it all, kids. The timekeeper moves over to Harmonious, the nighttime spectacular. Get out of here, Ratatouille. This is an epic water show. Projections, floating fountains that are supposed to be covered during the day by waterfalls on top of them. They suggested that maybe, if in the future Disneyland Ford gets approved, and I, as the map keeper, already know the answer to this, but I cannot share that information with you because your minds are too small. If and when, there's your first clue, we get a third gate or more Disneyland Forward over in the Toy Story parking lot. Let's even say they do something crazy like by the garden walk so that it's all connected. Do we really need another massive body of water at the Disneyland Resort? The map keeper already knows this answer. But I have to ask you before I approve it. Hey, I just ended the poll. Where did the results go? There we go. Ratatouille, Pixar Pier, 65% no. 43 people voted. Let me do the math. 17 of you don't believe in democracy. Now I ask you this. New park? Big body of water? New park. When I say new park, it could also be like a shopping plaza. I'm not saying third gate. Let's not get crazy here. But I'm asking you, do we need a big body of water if they do a shopping plaza? Woo, woo, woo. If they do. Who did that? Drop Dead Red, thank you so much. I'm not against bodies of water. Thank you for not body shaming the water. But I'm super against those ugly barges in our parks. Now, some things the map keeper says should be left for one destination on the map. Chris Murray says water features, but not necessarily a large lake. Like fountains or small streams. But you don't want to take precious Anaheim space and fill it with water. I understand this. The map keeper is happy by your decision. Let me take you there. Journey with the map keeper. So we're looking at this space. Oh, just dead Weatherman Point one shot. We're looking at this space in here. It's the size of DCA. It's the size of Disneyland. A large shopping area or amusement park fits. But we would need more water than what is currently available for World of Color. And it would need to be larger than the size of the rivers of America without an island, without an island, without an island, without an island. So the map keeper says, when finally it is time to adjust the Disneyland Resort map, do you want a large body of water? Do you need harmonious? Michael Romero says, Tokyo Disney Sea, yes. No to shopping area. I don't know that Tokyo Sea would fit there, my friend. But I hear what you're saying, because it does look phenomenal. What's up, CK Barry? How you doing? Miguel, how you doing? Mike S says, water is good. The best lands have a water feature. Yes, but how much water and at what price? At what price do you quench your thirst for water? Let's see here. Glenn says, I adore the rivers of America and the Submarine Lagoon. It's true. I do love the water in the park. But think about how big that body of water is for the Epcot Center. Would you want that much real estate given up to a nighttime show? How about putting the people mover in place of the tram pole? I don't know what that means. The tram pole. The tram pole. Liani says, with Thousand Islands is all I heard. Thousand Island dressing. I understand. Martin Ma says the water is kinetic energy. I agree. I'm not saying no to water. The question is, big body of water. Do you want a big gaping hole of water in the middle of this property? That is the question. Mikey Stain says, we need something to compete with Waterworld at Universal. You want a water show? The promenade does need water. A fountain in the center of the promenade would be sick. Well, I know what the poll question is if I ask people if they want the People Mover back. Yes! Please. Jeremy, you've angered the map keeper. This is why I'm in charge of the map, because I can stay focused on the task at hand. I understand that we all love the People Mover. That's not the question today. Silly fools, I control the People Mover when it comes back to the map. Ross Loves Disney says, just do a water feature as rivers of stream like a water feature. Like what was shown for Universal's Epcot Epic Universe. It does not have to be a big body of water. There we go. There's someone who understands the question. So far you guys are saying yes by 52%. When this new park is built, you want a giant body of water. I didn't ask you about a pond. I didn't ask you about a fountain. I didn't ask you about a stream. I didn't say, Brickey, does water make kinetic energy? I said big body, full-figured body of water in the middle of the park. And that is how you want to control the map? Chris Murray says, I love the Waterworld show. Should Disney have a stunt show? Stunt show? Stunt show? Well, you guys have voted. You guys indeed want a big body of water. And I am shocked. The map keeper says this, and my vote is final. Little water, yes. A little water goes a long way. A little water tells the story, creates the energy. But a huge body of water when we already have such small real estate, it's not a good use of the map. It's not a good use of the map. I do not see water in there. There will be some small water, but there will not be a full-figured body of water. I appreciate you voting yes, but the 3% is not enough to persuade me. 3% over 50, that's the competitive edge. Thick, full body of water. Little water, yes. What are we doing? I double dog dare you to bring back the People Mover. Chris, you didn't do good in school because you can't pay attention. Thank you for the super chat, though. You did do somehow good in school because you're able to earn $5, and I appreciate it. Let's move on to the next thing. With the big body of water, could we get a kite show? Everyone loves a daytime show. What about the Kite Tales? Woohoo! Daytime show. Once again, the ancient scrolls of the Orange County Register published 2 days ago says this would fit in the body of water. You fools, you could have had real attractions. You could have had thrill rides. You could have had dark rides. And you chose water. Surely you make the timekeeper jest. Imagine standing on the banks of the big body of water to see the kites go by. How magical when the kites go by. There they go. Hey, you guys voted for it. There's still 53% on the board. Michael Morrow says, please tell me we're not destroying our parks for a kite show. Drop Dead says hard pass. OMG. Put up the poll of the kite show so I can vote no. Put up the poll for the kite show. You know what? I take away the map. What if we got the kite show? Please feel free to vote now for the kite show. Oh, people are voting yes. Some people are voting yes. Some people want that kite show. Greg's vlog says hard no. Nathan Carter says no. Dear Lord, no. Racer Tom. The kite would fly away with your map. Ah, you silly fools. You think you know how to put things into the map. You and your big body of water. I laugh at you. You're all fools. The map keeper thinks you jest. Wait, rewind and have the body of water be a Shang-Chi ride with a dragon. Oh, 91%. That means 99% of you want a kite show. Jerry's like, I'd like to hear these yes explanations. No, we're not putting Velocicoaster in the park. This is Disneyland. Jeff, put him in timeout. All right, the next thing we have that I will summon for you is Disney World is getting a new fireworks show, which will look a little something like this. Summon the fireworks show. And I did. Whoops. Question. Would you guys love to get Enchantment Fireworks Show? Or just like Disneyland Forever with Special Disneyland, should the 50th show be an exclusive to the Magic Kingdom? I'm taking so many screenshots right now. I will have the greatest screensaver slideshow. Herbert, you're my kind of psycho. Oh no, is that the end of the Space album? Pretend like you didn't hear these songs the first time. Pharaoh family, what's up? Is Brickey in the multiverse of madness? Yes. I'm in the Matterhorn of madness. That's what we call this. Thank you so much, Pharaoh family, for the super chat. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you guys become a new regular over here. There is 12% of you that want the kite show. There are 12% of you that have lost your damn minds. Andrew says 2 gold. Michael says exclusive, not our park. Lauren says just world. Racer Tom exclusive to WDW. Rick says yes. Chris Murray, the Magic Kingdom needs its own show. Leave well enough alone. Ah, you have brought up good points. This particular one hurts me. It puts a hole right inside of my head. You can see that the decision is one that is happening. The map keeper says, let Walt Disney World have their own exclusive. We don't even need a poll. The yeses are trolling. Selena, you're totally right. You're totally right, they are. Let's move on. Let's adjust the map. Space Extension Fund 1313, AK, thank you so much. Drop Dead. The map keeper is either he who entertains or he who disdains. It's up to us to choose wisely. Totally. Now, I will be keeping one eye on many of you for this next one. My question is this. Space 220. Should this come to our Tomorrowland? By the way, 15% of you that voted for a kite show is the reason why I lost my eye. You are starting to deteriorate the map keeper with your stupidity. This is taking away my power. Now, I'm going to ask you each to do something before you vote. Hold on to your vote. Don't vote just yet. Well, some of you don't listen. But I'm going to ask you to ponder this. Is Space 220 a good enough of an idea that you would want it to keep Tomorrowland as Tomorrowland? Is Space 220 a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant that will be hard to get into and quite pricey, managed by the Bettina Group? Is this something that you would want to go long term? Because yes, I would love for Space 220 to come to Disneyland. But at what price? Do I want to dedicate the space for 220 over the long haul? We don't have a lot of land. Tomorrowland is already tight enough. There's only so many moves to be made for the future. Is a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant, really what you want to do with that sacred space that butts up against Harbor Boulevard? The map keeper will now take your comments. Tomorrowland needs to change completely. I believe you are right, Kuilik Lomi. Matt says no, burn it to the ground. Scary Gary says, listen, a kite daytime show would be cool, but we don't have to destroy anything. Ah, yes. I went to school with this guy named Thanos, who is very much in that same mindset. Lauren says, I guess not. Good point. I take my vote back. See, I told you not to vote so quickly, Lauren, but you didn't listen. And when you don't listen, you slowly disintegrate more of the map keeper. Ah, Lauren! Why did you vote early, Lauren? Put it in Galaxy's Edge? You think that Space 220 fits in Galaxy's Edge? Jerry says put it where Star Tours is. Fine dining restaurant instead of Star Tours. Racer Tom says not worth it. Chris Murray. Oh, you guys are just laughing. Big Head Rob. Bulldoze it. Rose Gold Sugar. Looks like I just tuned into Galactic Disney Universe. Yeah, I kind of forget that people just show up randomly all the time to live streams. It's just like, what the hell is this? Oh, Wild Prince says, absolutely not. Will Space 220 have a kite show? The Space 220 kite show would be so good. Jerry says the price would be worthy. Drop Dead says our social media post could have been so much more interesting if I knew this was going to go down. Kimberly says no. By the way, tomorrow, new designer walkthrough tour showing you Cars Land over the last year. Ben says bring back Mission to Mars. Ben, you hurt the timekeeper. I mean, the map keeper. You hurt me with your Mission to Mars, which is not what has been asked. And when you hurt the map keeper, I slowly start to disintegrate. "77% of you are willing to take a restaurant inside of Tomorrowland. You're willing to commit to a restaurant in Tomorrowland to keep it there over the long haul. Fragile space that could be used for a dark ride, a thrill ride. But you want to eat ride. The vote's not changing. That is what you guys... So Disney for life. For Launch Bay, you would want to take away Launch Bay and put in an expensive restaurant that you might eat at. This is my question for you mortals that can't understand the power of Brickey and his magical map. In the chat right now, how many times have you been to Blue Bayou in the last 2 years? How many times have you been to Blue Bayou? Vendetta Mikado says, "Is that green tape on your face?" No, it is my face disintegrating, because as you upset the map keeper, I slowly go back into the cosmos. How many times in the comment? 0. About once a year, Drop Dead. Dylan. 1 time, Lauren. Gina, never. So this is what you want. This is what you want. A restaurant that you've maybe been to 1 or 0 times in the last year. And you pick that you want this dining establishment. That's the joke, Glenn Blue Eyes. Last 2 years. Even though I'm disintegrating. Katie Baker, Blue Bayou, 1 to 2 times a year. Well, maybe she can vote then. Michael Morrow, 2 times. Stefan, only once in the last 10 years. It's hard to get a reservation. And you want Space 220. Last 5 years. I'll even go last 5 years. In the last 5 years, I've probably been there 3 times. An attraction, though, that I'm attracted to, I would probably go several times a year. Or even more than once per visit. I see your vote, mere mortals. I understand you don't have the same intelligence as the map keeper. For you've only been alive for 20 to 50 years, and I have been around for 1,000 times that. So even though you voted 69% yes, that you agree with the ancient scrolls of the Orange County Register, it is now time for the map keeper to vote. How many times can one make it to Space 220? How many times can someone go to this space? Over 220 visits. Tomorrowland's not a lot of land. It is my job to protect the map. That's the wrong way. I do not protect that portion of the map. Yes. Yes. Tomorrowland. If I were to put a restaurant where Launch Bay is, I would secure Tomorrowland for quite some time. Reshaping the way that the land could grow and what expectations could become. Forcing it into this sadness for quite some time. You have voted 68%. 68%. But the map keeper says, you have voted wrong, incorrectly. It shall not go there. I will end your poll. We now move on. Stop it. And when you vote no, you hurt the map keeper, because you cannot see me and my vision. Oh, woe is me. I'm disintegrating. The next item that the OC Register asked, shall we get it in Disneyland? And once again, it caters to the bourgeoisie. Shall I bring up for you a little something known as the Intergalactic Cruiser? Star Wars Hotel. Their suggestion in the ancient scrolls was that it could fit in a little space. Oh, the map is so delicate. They suggested that it could fit in this area right in here. Up in this area. I suggest that it would need more space and that it would fit in this area. That is, presuming the Disneyland Ford gets approved, that we could see a Star Wars hotel appear there. But my question for you, do we need a West Coast Star Wars hotel? Do we need it? One might say that the West Coast has the means. We have plenty of folks here that could afford to do such a thing. But before you vote, the map keeper urges you in this sacred space, that we look at up in here, if Disneyland Forward were get to be approved and this area that we look at could be converted, would you want a hotel, a 2-night, 3-day mandatory stay, thousands of dollars per person, multiple thousands per cabin, per quarters? Would you choose that over another land? Over more attractions? Over an extension to downtown Disney? Over more experiences that you would experience more often? I don't know, because 12 of you said you wanted a kite show. 82% is saying no. But what will the map keeper say? Michael Morrow says negative, too bougie. Kimberly says nope. Andrew Shutt says Pumpkinhead. I like that pumpkin vote. Makes a lot of sense. Bright says we don't need it and much rather have the space for another immersive land. Karen says we need value resort hotels like Walt Disney World. Yeah. I don't see them wanting to put value hotels in this tight map, but I get what you're saying, Karen. There aren't those options for people. Jay Nathan says only if they charter me a Bentley to go and from the hotel and I pay my private nights. AS says Star Wars is my life. New Land is my choice. Oh, this is a guy who loves Star Wars, but he sees the bigger picture. Just like the map keeper, my friend AS, who you will see next week in all my live streams as he and I go out to Walt Disney World for a week. He sees the future. Hotel that you may experience for 2 nights or an attraction that you ride 2 times per visit. Jim says, yeah, Star Wars Motel would be more my speed. Star Wars Motel. That's a funny guy. Borkenridge says no hotel need, more lands. Let's go. Interesting. It seems as if many of you are saying no to the Star Wars hotel here on the Westy Coast. 83% of you are saying no. This is almost as much in agreement as no kite show. Do you think that the 17% that is voting yes for the hotel is also the 12% that voted for the kite show? Do you think that there's a big Star Wars kite fan that's looking for all this to happen? Deluxe Passhole says, by the way, nice name, Star Wars Smugglers Motel could be cool. Greg says, West Coast Star Wars Hotel saves me ever having to go to Swamp World. Christopher says, a Star Wars hostel. And Andrew Shute says, Pumpkinhead. All right. Interesting. It is now time for the Map Keepers vote. I see you're 84%. I hear you. These predictions make me weak. Oh, the map has jumped. I would say that there is a chance. AS says, for the record, I would be down for a Star Wars motel. Hashtag wretched hive of scummery. I say our land is too precious. Even though it would be nice to have an experience where you could go from hotel to Galaxy's Edge, I say our land is too precious. And the Map Keeper will not let this happen. So long, Star Wars Hotel. You were a nice idea while you were there. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Now it's time to make some real decisions. Let me close your little poll. Greg. Kite Hotel. And then we're talking. Oh my God. You guys are funny and awesome, and I appreciate you being good sports. It is only my intention to entertain you and to give us all a fun way to talk about Disneyland. Mitchie, what's my first ride choice when I get to Walt Disney World? Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I cannot wait to see that thing for the first time. Now, the time is time for me to remember that I am the map keeper and not the timekeeper. My question for you is now you have to decide. The Ancient Scrolls of Orange County Register pondered, what if we were to get Walt Disney World 50th attractions here at Disneyland? Where would they fit? And they were basically saying that Bobby Chapstick's too cheap to do new things for new parks. So they would, of course, just recycle the ideas. So you think you can poll, huh? Which one? We are now going to go with an either or. And you will have to pick correctly. The poll has been presented. I will now summon the map. Would you like this? Or would you like this? Cosmic Rewind or Tron Light Cycle? I know we're not Walt Disney World, Christopher. Just go along with it. Actually, ignore that poll. Ignore that poll. That was a false poll. That was a false test. Some of you passed by not voting. Which one? Tron? Cosmic Rewind? Or neither? Which one? Tron, Cosmic Rewind, or neither? Someone asked, what is Cosmic Rewind? Cosmic Rewind is a Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster that will be the next evolution of what we know as an Omnimover, where you will be on a ride vehicle that can swivel around just like, say, your Doom buggy inside of the Haunted Mansion. But what it does is the attraction starts off in this room where you will blast off with a high-speed reverse that will dump you into this building and another building where you will be spinning around giant 360 video screens. Or you could have this. Please feel free to vote. Now, AS, you bring up a great point. Neither of these fit into the Map Keeper's map. Let's go to Sorrowland. Bring your shovels. In order to make either of these fit, you'd have to get rid of Autopia. You would probably have to lose your precious lagoon, your launch bay, potentially your oh so precious Space Mountain. Space Mountain. Would it be worth it for an attraction that runs 2 minutes long? Or would you like this? Cosmic Rewind, but not in this location. Over in this location. Taking out Monsters, Inc. Taking out Stage 17. Potentially taking out this building. Expanding over to where the buses drop off, because eventually the buses will drop you off over here. Decide. Which would you want? Or do you want something original? Walt's Original Magic Kingdom. Andrew Shute, keep the lagoon. Gina Miller says both. How dare you, Gina? You know what happens, Gina, when you do that? That hurts me. When you say things like that, you make the map keeper fade. My energy weakens. I have no tolerance for silly human behavior. Andrew says, Biotopia. Jeff Pike says, I want Cosmic Tron kites. How dare you? Another person making the map keeper slowly fade away. Alan says, I just want the people mover back. That's not what we are discussing. Ross Loves Disney has the option for use Tron coaster structure and then create Captain America. Put it in DCA Hollywood studio section. Oh. Big Hero 6 overlay off Tomorrowland. That's a deep cut. That's a real deep cut. Don't hurt the kite maker. I could only come back if people vote seriously. AS, Space Mountain is untouchable. Would love it, but would love if they drop Double Guardians. But would they drop Double Guardians? It's getting hard to read as I'm fading. Tron in the OG Electronica Bud Loop area would be so rad. Never thought of that. Yes. Andrew Shute says pumpkin. But the heart wants what the heart wants. Tron in the OG bus loop. Yes. Ah, Tron in the bus loop. Interesting. Rick, don't you see you're destroying him? Enough. I will say this. It does appear as if with your small minds, you have finally voted correctly. As much as I cannot wait to ride Cosmic Rewind, it is the item that I look forward to the most. And as cool as I think the outer exterior of Tron is, although I do worry about it aging over the long haul, will that still be a great facade in 10, 20, 30, 50 years? I do believe we should have our own identity in the Disneyland. Should remain pure.
Woo! Woo woo!
Perfectly timed. Friends, I thank you. Those of you that voted correctly, those of you that tried to save me. But dealing with humans makes me so weak. When is the Avengers Campus ride opening, Mitchie? Well, they haven't put a shovel in the ground. Hoping your mouth is the last to go. Is that a... I'm not smart enough to know if that's a compliment. CK Barry had to step away and came back to more floating heads. Thanks for the wacky times. Just trying to have fun and interpret for you the ancient scrolls of the OC Register. Do super chats bring them back the map keeper? No, the map keeper must go now. But I feel that each of you is more informed. I feel that each of you now better understands what it means to protect the sacred space known as Disneyland. For those of you that participated, for those of you that didn't hurt me, I appreciate you. But it is now time for the map keeper to slowly fade away. But don't worry. Whenever there's a question, will this fit? They should do this. They should move this attraction here and put that one there. Don't worry. The map keeper will always be there to protect the sacred map. And even when you can't see me, you will hear me and you will know that I am protecting Disneyland. Friends, until the next time I see you as I protect the map, I will see you soon inside the park. Tomorrow, when my friend Brickey Mouse will share with you a designer walkthrough tour of Cars Land for fall 2021 on your Mir calendar. And then I will see you again Thursday 7 o'clock at Ugin Boogin's Bishan. But until then, go into the dark and always protect the map. Good day. I bid you farewell.